Okay, so session one of week two was deadlifts again. Um, they went a lot better than last week. So the jumps, they felt pretty explosive today, so I felt comfortable adding a little weight to the bar and seeing how it felt. So this is the first set. You can kind of see on this first pull, I sit down too much and the lockout is a little bit of an issue. And it's not because the weight is heavy. It's really not. And you can see the second rep isn't a problem. Third rep, even better than the second. And then fourth rep, a little stoplightish on the pause. But it's just the first rep, man. This is the second set. You can see yet again, I tried to sit down a little less. Lockout's a little better, but still not kind of where I want it. Second rep way easier. Yet again, this third rep is really good. And then kind of same thing on the fourth rep too. Yeah, just a tough issue, man. The next exercise, I chose the snatch grip deficit pulls. Again, I just didn't forward band, and I didn't do the hip band this time. I just kind of wanted to see how these felt. On the lower back, felt fine. Just hit like 275 for some sets of 8. So I felt like I hit the lats pretty well. Second set, just a little better angle. Still feel good, still feel like I was able to get into my glutes. Towards the end of this set, I started to creep into the SI joint a little bit, but didn't really get much of that on the first set. It was really just towards the end of this one. I don't know if I just got a little lackluster on getting my lats tight or whatever it was. Sticking with the unilateral stuff, I decided to do. I liked those Bulgarians you had me warm up with, and I liked the upright version. So just to hit the quads a little harder. I did elevate my heel on these too, just to help me sit a little straighter. I used like 65 pounds in each hand. I think I did 3 sets on these guys. I can't remember the reps I did. I think it was probably like 8. There's definitely a pretty significant difference side to side on these. So you'll kind of see, like when I set up, yeah, my balance is just kind of a little bit of a wreck. But once I get in and kind of get going, it gets a hell of a lot better. Now that I'm watching it, it looks like I have a little more forward lean on the right leg than I do on the left leg too. That is me trying to stay as upright as I can, and even with a heel wedge too. I've done these in the past. These are like a kind of like a pigeon pose type thing, but it's to hit the piriformis. There is a massive difference side to side for me on these. The right side, as you can see, is decent. These are super tough. I just did a couple of sets of 15. And kind of see I start dying out here towards the end. My hips start kind of unwinding a little bit. And then you can just see when I get into it on the other side, just getting into the position is tougher on the left side. The hip is a lot tighter on the right. And you can see the right leg is just kind of angled in towards the groin, like way more than the other side. I guess it doesn't look too bad from the video, but it does feel like significantly worse than the other side. Just very kind of grindy and crunchy. But this did get my hips feeling pretty good um, after I did them. So you can see I got the struggle face on there pretty hard. And then we have an I-beam attachment. So for the grip, um, decided to do some single arm rows. No thumb on these, just all fingertip on this. Trying to keep the hand fairly open. There's a nice sandbag to shoulder there. That was a PR for him. So I was pretty excited about that. I think these was just something like 8 to 12. So just a couple sets here. Just getting a little bit in. I find I don't have a huge issue with my grip. Um, it's typically very good. If I do have an issue with the grip, it's usually from a weight cut in the refeed. The hands just kind of blowed up. Um, so I'm sure you probably had that issue too. And then here, just doing some GHR kind of hollow body Russian things, I guess is what we'll call them. So these, I think it was like 20 reps was what I was kind of looking for. I liked this a lot, got a lot of pops in my back, so felt like it kind of loosened me up a little bit. Tried to kind of get a little aggressive with the momentum side to side, see if I could get any more cracks and pops out of things. But that was the training.